Welcome back, everybody. It is Penny for Your Thoughts. I'm Penelope Royal, and today I will finish out listening to Sleep Token's first EP with When the Bell Breaks. Enjoy. Alright, so for those of you who saw the last video, it is the same day. I was not gonna wait until another day dawned before I finished this thing. There are 3 songs. I'm just gonna do it. And honestly, between listening to Thread the Needle and listening to Fields of Elation, there was a period of 24 hours, and it was the most painful 24 hours ever. So I'm not gonna do that to myself anymore. I'm gonna finish out this EP strong. I'm gonna do it all at once, as God intended. So we're gonna go with When the Bell Breaks. I have no context with which to approach this. I am just gonna let it wash over me, and hopefully I love it as much as I loved the other 2. These guys are on a roll with me, actually. I haven't really run into a song yet that I didn't really appreciate. So yeah, let's get started. Okie doke, headphones on. Let's rock and roll. You can stay alive. Just tell me that you notice. Even in the dark, the way I left you breathing. Sometimes when we touch, everything we love resets. It's only just enough, even when we run with death. We can be released, flowing over sorrow days. We can stay suspended. Quite a range on this guy, I've gotta say. Sometimes when we touch, everything we love resets. It's only just enough, even when we run with death. I'm gonna pause right there. I actually really like the emptiness of this track. I was expecting, I don't know, a little bit more to sink my teeth into. I really like heavily instrumented tracks where you have a lot of stuff going on, but I'm digging the sort of small choir situation. I think there are 4 harmonic lines here. At least that's what I'm hearing. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's quite soothing and definitely not what I was expecting so far. Let me get back up a couple seconds. Well, that's very lovely. Sounds like a lute that they've tuned down. There's something about the rhythm that they chose for that that's reminding me of seeing fireflies at dusk when you're just sitting and you know, the night's getting dark, it's coming at you, and every once in a while you'll just see a little flicker here and there. That's definitely what is appearing in my mind as I listen to it. It's very nice. I like the balance on this. Hold on. Yeah, so sorry I'm pausing so much, but there's a saying often quoted as blood is thicker than water, and it's taken to mean family ties are stronger and perhaps more holy than the promises that you make during your lifetime, or people who you're in community with. So I just think it's really interesting that there's a line in here about water and blood, and that's where my brain goes to, so sorry. We're gonna go back a little bit. Yes. I love this. Why? Not the synthetic violin. Damn, okay. Interesting. I like the build-up, actually. I think that it was very well structured. I like it a lot. Wow. The last part, I really liked that, and I don't know why, despite many, many years of playing all kinds of instruments, I never took a music theory course, so I don't know what's going on there, and I don't know how to explain what it is that is making me feel that way. Maybe I come back and I re-listen to Sleep Token's discography once I take a music theory course or something like that. All I can say is that was really, really, really nice. Very rewarding at the end. There are a lot of portions of that song in all of its different sections which will be comforting to different kinds of listeners. I think there are people who really like the close choir beginning for relaxing, and they'll listen to classical music or something to study, and that will appeal to them. I really like to be sort of held in a matrix of many different things that are happening musically, and so having that happen towards the end of this song is really what I find to be the most comforting. I'm not sure that I can give right now a decent breakdown of the lyrics. I think those are something I'm gonna have to sit with for a while, but I like the ideas that they're playing with here. This sort of thematic imagery is something that I really like. I may well have been too young for this, but as a teenager, I really, really liked the Sandman series. And for those of you who don't know what that is, it's a series of comic stories that were done by Neil Gaiman under Vertigo Comics in, I think, the 90s and early 2000s. They're quite violent, but they do deal with some of the same themes. If you're a fan of this group, you'll probably like that, and you should definitely take a peek at it, because one of the characters, the main character that it follows, is the anthropomorphization of Dream, and his closest sibling, the sibling that he's closest with, is Death. And I think that that's definitely something that I thought was like super deep and interesting as a 13-year-old and all of that. So probably the same part of me is really enjoying the themes that they're exploring here. Anyway, I'll sign off now, probably take a break for a little bit, and then get into the second album in this series, which I think is creatively called 2. So we'll see what's going on with that. I think I may wait until I listen to both 1 and 2 until I have a nice like cushion of musical understanding of these guys before I start getting into the lore. In the meantime, please do recommend any sources that I might use to get into said lore. I'm gonna use K-pop imagery here. Each of these comebacks has a concept, right? So I want to be able to fully understand each concept that they come out with. Like, these guys are going to be my new boy group or something that I stan. Anyway, see you next time. Kisses.